serious question. Who thought this would be a good idea? No, but seriously, hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Lauren. Today I'm here for my highlighter video. If you watch my Declutter series, then you've probably been like, where is this video, Lauren? Even one of you guys called me on the comments of my last video. And you know what, guys? The thing is, I've just been kind of avoiding doing this video, and mostly that is because I'm doing this declutter a little differently. So we are going through all my highlighters, but I'm going to be trying them on my face. Why I thought that would be a good idea? I mean, I kind of know because I think I would enjoy watching that, but like trying to figure out the logistics of like, okay, how do you try on that many like, how does this work? Do you have foundation on? Do you not? Do you reapply foundation? Like, what? The logistics is a nightmare. It's honestly a nightmare. I'm probably gonna have chapped freaking cheekbones, y'all. Alas, we're sitting down. I've done everything else before this. You know, when you're like, have to write a paper, you have to do anything that you don't want to. And so then all of a sudden, like cleaning your house seems like really fun. You're like, well, maybe I'll just clean my whole house and then I'll do that thing I don't want to do. Well, I've exhausted all my other options, guys, and here we are. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll leave a timestamp because I have a feeling this video is going to be long. I'm still not sure how I'm quite filming it, so we'll see as we go. We'll do this together, guys. But a few things about the declutter. I'm going to show you a shot of everything that I have here. I have creams and like liquids, and then I have so many powders. I'm going to count them all up really fast, and I'll let you know the number we're starting with because it's a lot. So this is what we're working with. These are all my creams, and then I have all of these powders. Yeah. You guys, if you had like 10 highlighters, sure, what a fun video, but I know I have to have upwards of like 60. Why do I want to give myself the most work to do? Not sure. Why? Disclaimer, I do have a glass of wine with me because I just felt like maybe I'll drink it while I do this. Although I will say every time I've ever mentioned, oh, I'm drinking while I'm doing this, I take like 3 sips the whole time because I'm too busy focusing on the task at hand. Okay, 17 creams, 17 just creams, liquids, not powders. Okay, and I think I have 52 highlighters, and that's not counting like ones that are palettes, so they have like multiple in there. So like, it's a lot going on right here. I'm terrified all over again. I'm gonna zoom us in just a little bit more so you're closer. And a few things before I get started on actually putting these on my face. First off, this isn't gonna be a precise science, okay? Like, I'm not using 8 million brushes. I'm doing my best to obviously get an idea of what the actual highlighter looks like on my skin. But, you know, actual scientific data, like, has nothing to do with this. So just, you know, if you were looking for that, maybe not the right place. Also, I will be trying all these on my face. I mean, that is the goal unless some catastrophe happens while we do this, in which case we'll see how that goes. And I'm gonna do them each individually. I might speed some up, I might not, it just depends. And then I will decide when I put them on my face if I want to keep them or not. I'm not trying to dupe out colors. I'm not trying to like really condense my collection down a ton in the sense of like getting rid of stuff to get rid of stuff. I want to keep what I think is beautiful. I want to keep what I think I'll use. I love highlighter. I don't expect to have like a small collection after this declutter by any means, but I thought I would just add a little bit of a different element actually trying this shit on my face, whether that encourages me to use it more if I haven't in a while, or if it's like, what the, this isn't as good as I remember, get rid of it. So yeah, I think that's everything. Let's do the creams first because it's a smaller like batch, and I feel like I'll get like this boost of adrenaline and like endorphins if I finish that 17. I guess I should say I'm using a fan brush to apply. I will be using brush cleaner in between like each one, just like gently, you know. And then I'm gonna be swatching on the cheekbone really only. I think that's like the best place to see what's going on. And then I'll probably reapply foundation and go from there. I don't have anything else on my face besides some foundation right now, like no bronzer, no blush, no highlighter. So yeah, let's get to it. Let's get started. First on the docket, this is the Glossier Play highlighter. This is in the shade Pale Pearl. I'm not sure if they have this anymore. It has a little tiny doe foot. It almost looks like a little nail polish. It's super cute. I personally don't like tapping this on like this because it dries pretty fast. That's something I can tell you about this guy. So instead, I just put it on the back of my hand. I do this with a lot of my products, and then I will take a sponge, and then I'm gonna dip it in there and just put it on. Let's see. It's so pretty. I'm not sure. I think Glossier Play doesn't really exist, right, guys? Pretty sure that's the thing, but that's it. It's such a pretty color, and usually something like this is kind of pale for me. Like, I don't go so icy, but you can see when the light's not hitting it, it's not too stark, so I like this one. I'm gonna keep it. I'm just gonna like rotate my sponge. I'm like trying to do as little cleaning as possible throughout this so we can like just get it done, but we'll see. Next thing I have here, this is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. This is the Beauty Light Wand and it's in the shade Pillow Talk, which actually is a little bit, honestly, kind of blushy. So that's it there in the middle. I love this. Like, I already know I'm gonna keep this, but the point of the video is to show you what it looks like on. I really love using this product as like a topper over a blush draping, which you guys know I do quite often. It's a little bit rosy on its own. It's not impossible for me to use, but just something that I have to like be careful of not putting too much on. But truly the formula of this is so stunning. I really, really enjoy it. Definitely keeping that one. I don't know. I don't even know if it's going to be able to tell like the difference. You'll have to let me know if you can actually see differences of different highlighters. I put quite a bit on of this one, but definitely keeping the Charlotte Tilbury. Oh my gosh, I feel like this is gonna be such a disaster. If my foundation starts looking like super patchy throughout this, sorry. I'm just using this stick foundation because I feel like it'll be easy to just like swipe on, blend out with a sponge, keep it moving. 2 down. So many more to go. Cheers. Okay, next on the list, I know I'm getting rid of this. This is a piece of shit. It's so bad. This is from Saie. It's the Dew Balm Illuminator and it's in the shade Rosy Gold. Okay, here we go. Got some out. Oh my gosh, this is just not a good product. Like, I almost don't want to try it on, but I guess that's why we're here. My tips for this, if you have this and you're not willing to part with it for some reason yet, warming it up on the back of your hand really helps to like de-solidify the product, also called melting the product. And so I find that that helps, but when I use a sponge or anything, it just kind of mattifies the product. Like, no extra shine is coming from this on my cheek at all. I just genuinely hate this. I also feel like it kind of does pick up on product. It's just, it's gross. It's honestly a gross product. So definitely one you should skip. I'm getting rid of that. I'm gonna run through my entire stick foundation. Next, this is a newer cream foundation. I think I got this in an Ipsy or something, but it's the RMS Living Luminizer. This is like a cult classic product. Lots of people really enjoy this. I kind of want to try just putting it on with my fingers. I feel like maybe that'll be the best way for this. I don't know, that's just how I imagine, like, I'm using my RMS highlighter, you know? So you can like hear it. If you were right next to me, you could hear my finger like, against my skin. I don't feel like it's picking up too much on the product underneath. I feel like, I'm being very aware of it. I think it's really pretty. It's one of those like dewy, more natural type highlighters where it's kind of a mix of, yes, the shimmer, but also it's kind of, I don't want to say sticky, but kind of balmy consistency, so I feel like some of the shine is also coming from that. I think I'm gonna keep giving this a few more tries and just kind of see if it's something I incorporate into my everyday, you know, life, but I'm kind of on the edge. Let me know what you think of this. Wow, it's like I have a natural blush on. This is gonna burn. I know that this is gonna be bad. I'm gonna need to do like a soothing mask after this, y'all. I really couldn't think of another way though that it made sense to be able to actually try all this stuff on. I mean, I could be a red patchy, you know, splotchy mess, but it's hard to tell what a highlighter looks like if I do that. So this was the best way I could come up with a solution to make this video idea work. But we're 4 down. We're 4 down. Okay. Next, this is the Lila B Liquid Light in Nova. I've had this one for a while and I really like it. It's a nice color. Oh, it's so pretty. Ooh, that one is beautiful. That one's so pretty. The way that it shines is just so stunning, and you can't like see where the shimmer ends. It just looks really natural, but is shiny. You know what I mean? Like natural, but like, ooh, so pretty. It's just not sparkly or glittery. I'm definitely gonna keep that one. And I love that it was just a little sample size, so you know, it's small and compact, and that liquid luminizer is gonna last me forever. Let's do another liquid one. This is the Iconic London Illuminator. It's in the shade Original. Iconic London is one of those brands that you can get a lot in like BoxyCharms and whatnot. This one's just a little, I think it might be too deep. And I've kept this around because, you guys, this is like liquid metal. The way that this looks is so shiny, like so shiny. Oh my gosh, okay. I don't know if I've ever used this straight on. Like I don't think I ever have, because I'm always like, there's no way it's gonna be too dark, you know? But today we'll find out. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think I was wrong. So there it is, it's very shiny. but it's just a little too deep. If I just had a tan, maybe I could make it work a lot better. It's so shiny and it is really pretty. It's kind of picking up on a lot of texture though. I don't know. I just think for how long I've had it, I don't know, what do you guys think? For how long I've had it, I think it's time for it to go, but it is so pretty. If it was just like, honestly, a shade or two lighter, I love the tone of it. Just a little, like a touch too dark. And I haven't been using it like with foundation or under foundation, so I'm gonna pass that one on. All right, next is this one from Lila B. This is the shade Be Enchanting, and it's just this, I don't like that. I already know I don't want this, but I'll put it on for you and show you why I don't like this. So on my finger, I don't know if you can see, it doesn't have a ton of shine. It kind of just looks like a matte paint. It's just not very shiny. It has a lot of base pigment as well, so I find it's almost like a cream version of Laura Geller's, is it Positano or whatever that, Portobello? I don't know. Whatever that like more natural highlighter is from her. To me, if you don't like a lot of shine and this color works for your skin tone, then maybe it's something you would like, but I like more shine than this. I don't want something this lit from within, and I also just don't like how much base pigment there is to it. And I know this thing is so expensive. That's like what's so shocking about it. I do really like this cream blush I have, which is technically a highlighter, but I use it as a blush. I like that, but this has to go. It's just not shiny enough. Next, let's try a newer one to my collection. This is the Marc Jacobs, what is it? Glow Away Dewy Coconut Face Illuminizer. I have the shade 12 Sunlit. This is it on the back of my hand. This one's a little bit more natural as well, I believe, but it's more liquidy, so let's just see. I definitely want to give it a chance. So there it is. It's very natural to me. Let's see. I'm putting a little on my nose. I do feel like it's picking up a little bit. I don't know how much I can honestly judge that at this point because of the fact that like I literally have been reapplying and applying foundation. I think I'm gonna give this a little bit more of a try because it is newer, and you know, there's something about it that's intriguing, although it is a little bit more natural than I'm used to. Like, I feel like the more shiny version of this is the Ilia one, which is beautiful. But I'm gonna give it a little bit more of a try, and we'll see. I feel like by the end of this, I'm gonna be so sweaty. It's gonna be like, where's the highlighter and where are you? Like, what's your natural, you know, glow essence? Hair is tucked behind the ears. We're ready to go. Next, let's do the Charlotte Tilbury. This I use as a liquid luminizer, but I also do use it as like an underneath. It's kind of like however I feel like it. Pretty sure I'm keeping this. I really like this product, and I mean, I know it's expensive, but there is something about it. The glow is really pretty. It's so pretty. I really, really love that. And I think the fact that it just doesn't have like discernible, again, shimmer or glitter in it makes it so nice for like when you want that lit from within, if you want to put foundation over it, because I do find that it really shows up through foundation. But you can also just use it on top if you don't want something too glowy everywhere. Okay, let's talk about this Fluid. I've been keeping this around for a while now, and I just don't really ever use it. This is the shade Elysium, and it looks really stark white. I don't believe it actually, oh my gosh, it's so like, I don't know if you can see, like, oh, it's a lot. Oh my gosh, it is so pretty, you guys. This one's definitely more of like a shimmery formula. I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand and then use my sponge. I don't know if that will be best. It's like really hard to pick up with on a sponge, so maybe that wasn't the best idea, but let's see. Oh wow, this is like glittery. And I don't think a sponge is really doing it any justice, so not a good way to apply. Blending out with my fingers, I'm really getting something nice. It's very balmy. Like, I have a feeling this won't really dry down, but there's something about it that looks so wet. It's sparkly. I don't know, I kind of want to keep it. I don't feel like I have anything like it. And although this isn't my like everyday, I kind of think it's fun. So I think I'm actually going to keep that around since it's so unique in my collection. That one was definitely very like almost kind of sweaty glow and glisten, which is definitely a look, and I don't have anything quite like it. So yeah, I'm going to keep it. It's honestly not going as bad as I thought it was going to go, like reapplying. So that's good. I hope it's not looking too bad. I believe I have 6 more to try on. We're getting somewhere, you guys. Oh my gosh. Next, I'm going to be using this Tokyo Milk. This is one I really do like, but it has like kind of evaporated or condensed in the jar, and it's gotten more jelly with time, but it's still good. Like, it's not dry by any means. I really love this highlighter. I've talked about this actually a few times on my channel. Let's put it on so you can see it. Oh, it's just so pretty. And this one actually dries down too, which is something I really like about it. If you want like a wet look or like a really shiny look, but you don't want to deal with like your hair getting in your highlighter, or even, you know, with masks still and everything. But that color for me is just so pretty. I like love this one. Definitely keeping it. The packaging is also just so beautiful, just saying. The other pot that I have, this is from Zoeva. This is the Strobe Gel in Halo, and this is like a very weird product. Again, I think some of this has kind of condensed, but it's like congealed in there. It is like a congealed, it's very weird, but the shine on it is pretty. It's this one here. So it's just so tough. Let's put it on with a sponge. Definitely not a good one with the sponge. It's one of those kind of like that, I don't know, maybe it's kind of like that one from Say. It's going, that one's going. Like, do you even see shine? Do you? Look at that. Do you see anything? Not really. The Strobe Gel's leaving. Next, let's do, I think this is one of the only like drugstore ones I have. I don't know why that is. I'd love to change it. So leave any of your highlighter suggestions down below. This is from Revlon. It's the Skin Lights Face Glow Illuminator. It's in the shade Sunrise Luster. I'm worried that this might be just slightly too deep for me. So this is what it looks like there. It's actually kind of similar. Let me see. So that's the Charlotte Tilbury one there, and then that's the Revlon. I feel like they're kind of similar because they're like blushy tones, but I'm gonna see what that looks like actually on my cheekbones. So that's it. It's a little bit like on the edges I can see it, but I think if I use this in a similar way, so you can see straight on, it almost gives a little bit of a bronze hint for me. I think if I use this though on top of blush draping, I think it'll look really great, and it's such a pretty glow. To me, this looks like a high-end product. Like, again, very similar to the Charlotte Tilbury in a way. That I'm gonna keep. Next, this is the 3CE Back to Baby Glow Beam. I have it in the shade pink. This is one of those like really dewy highlighters. If I remember correctly, this was pretty tacky on. It also smells very much like powder roses. It's very strong scent, but it gives a very like strobe look, almost like you've been running. I don't know, and it stays kind of tacky on the face. Yeah, it feels like almost a lip balm is on your face. So I feel like with this one, like with some others, it's the shine of like that kind of metallic looking shine coming through. This is like the product itself is shiny, like it's a gloss. So like glosses, when they hit the light, you see it, whether it has shimmer in it or not. This is kind of like that. I think I don't know. I think this can look so pretty. If I did things for like Instagram more or something like that, then maybe I'd keep it around for looks. But I think I'm gonna pass this on because it doesn't smell the greatest. And if I'm gonna go for something, I probably will just use that Fluide one, even though that one is way more sparkly. So they give different looks definitely, but the amount of times I'm gonna be wearing something like this, I don't know. So I'm gonna pass that one on. Last two, oh my gosh. Okay, why I still have this, someone, you know, come and clock me in the head, because this is the Becca Ignite. It's like the body and the face highlighter. I talked shit about this in my like last year's products I don't like video. I have the shade Passion, and we're just gonna try it on. I know I just need to get rid of it, but it just stays around. I think there's something so disappointing when a product doesn't work out for you, but you really did want it to, and that is that product. I mean, it's like metallic. It is like metallic. It's smelling stronger than ever. And there it is. It's just not something I want to use at all. So yeah, it's time. It is time to get rid of this thing. Even though I think another reason I kept this is because I'm like, oh, well, summer and I want to be bronze and glowy. Okay, get your life together, Lauren. You don't use these. If you end up going to the beach or, you know, a swimming pool, you just look pasty, or it's nighttime and you're drinking and it doesn't matter anyway. Okay, last, this is a cream. Oh no, this isn't last. I have one more after this. Oops. These are from Musée Beauty. Really only one of these is gonna work on me. They're very golden. I'm gonna just try tapping. I'm gonna try tapping the one that's gonna work for me on. These have a lot of base pigment to them, so I'm not sure if this is really gonna be the thing for me. Also, they're just very golden, which is a look for sure. And again, if I did more Instagram stuff where I was just like going for it harder and I could get like close-up images of me going for it harder and was into that, then maybe I'd do that. I just feel like I have powder highlighters that can do this, and I'm not gonna reach for this exact cream. Like you can see, it's very gold. I'm gonna get rid of this. I just don't think I'm gonna use it. Yeah, it has to go. I just like something a little more juicy. It's a little bit of a drier cream, and I do like something just like a little more juicy. I feel like my foundation is getting a little like splotchy toward the bottom half, but it is what it is. I don't know. Last two, I have two cream highlighters. These are from Salt, New York, and I'm gonna do one on each cheek. I found in the past, it's been a while since I've used these, but I did really enjoy them. I do like applying them with my fingers though. I feel like they really benefit from you like warming them up. Let's see what they look like. I remember, like I said, really liking them. I'm gonna put the lighter one over here. Okay, I think I do like them. And then the little bit of a deeper one over here. Okay, maybe put a little, like I maybe got a little too much on my finger. But overall, I think they're really pretty. So this one, I would have put a little less on maybe, but I still think it's really pretty. And then this is that deeper color. And again, I think they're a little bit more natural, like if you want some glow but you don't want a ton. I think they're pretty. I'm gonna keep them for now. Oh my gosh, I think I made it through the creams, you guys. I'm still here. My cheeks are feeling a little flushed. I'm feeling a little sweaty, but you know, we're working through it. We're doing okay. I honestly feel like the creams are like kind of part of the harder part. So out of all my creams, I think I'm keeping 12. So all of these plus the two. I think it's actually 11, not 12. Yeah, it's 11. So I'm keeping 11. Here they all are. I'm very, very happy with that. And I ended up passing on 7. Yay! Which puts me at 18, and I don't really get my math at the beginning, but I don't know. Okay, we are finally moving on to powders, you guys. I don't even know how long that's gonna edit out to the first part, but here we are. We made it. My cheeks aren't on fire enough, so let's keep it going. I'm gonna go by brand. I think that will be best. Off the bat, let's just do the Fenty ones that I have. So I have Fenty's What a Brat, and both of these, honestly, I wouldn't necessarily use as a highlighter on their own, but let's just see. I'm pretty sure I'm keeping them, but you know, for funsies. This is like a pink. I don't know if you can see the pink flush that it gives, but it's so pretty. This to me is a great like blush topper. I really like it for that. I like it as like an eyeshadow topper, adding like a second layer. That's what it looks like. It's so, so pretty. I'm definitely keeping that. The other Fenty highlighter that I have is Trophy Wife. It's that gold, and this is another one I wouldn't really use as like a highlighter, honestly. I would use this as an eyeshadow topper, but let's just see if we can go lightly and just see if we can get a golden sheen going. Oh, we're gold. So that's it. Very gold. Like this on the brow bone, get out of here for summer. This just all over the lids, get out of here. I do really like it. Not maybe every day like this, but even this can work for more of like a look or like an editorial like vision, you know what I mean? So keeping that. Next, let's do Natasha Denona. I have a newer one from her. This is the, well, it's not new for her, but it's new to me from her, whatever. Okay, this is the All Over Glow. I have it in the shade 1, and this one's supposed to be a little bit more natural, and I definitely think that it is. It's not bad, and I don't feel like it's picking up on texture, but I've layered it up a little bit so you can see it. I like that. I don't know. I like that one. Let me know what you guys think. That one I'm going to keep. The other Natasha Denona highlighter I have is the Super Glow. I love this. I know I'm going to be keeping it. I have the shade 2. This one's way more glowy. So if you want more shine from Natasha Denona highlighters, this is the one I suggest. I also thought I would mention, I do have like some face palettes I'm not going to be showing in this video because like, you guys, it's already too much, okay? I'm doing everything that was in my highlighter drawer, okay? That's all I got to say, I guess, on that. You can already see the shine. It's definitely more of like that intense shine. I love it so much. Still really pretty though, and like glass skin and not too metallic and all that. So definitely keeping this one. The last single Natasha Denona highlighter I have, this is the I Need a Nude Glow. It came out for holiday last year. I don't like this, I already know that, but just to prove it to you, let's put it on. This is it. It's just not, it's not it, y'all. I just don't like the way that this looks. I don't see really the shine. I just don't. I don't know if it's just like not the right color for me or what, but I think it's the formula. I think I just don't like the formula. So this is finally going to leave me. Next, let's do a one-off. I have one highlighter from Bobbi Brown. This is the shade Pink Glow. This one's been in my collection for so long, and it was one of those like slow burn products for me. I know I really like this, but it took me a while to figure that out. Like I put it in a project pan, I think, and that's when I was like, oh, it's beautiful. I love it. This one's definitely a little bit more, I guess, kind of glittery. And it's a little bit more icy than some of my other highlighters, but I really, really like it. It has that kind of like pink in it that stops it. It's kind of a rosy pink, so it doesn't get too icy. I really like that one. I'm gonna keep it. All right, next we're doing a highlighter. I'm pretty sure, again, I'm gonna get rid of. This is from Kimchi Chic. I have the Taylor Get Glow, and this is the Hollywood Glow 03. It's a dual highlighter, and I was really excited for this, but I just don't feel like this does enough. So what I would normally do is I'll just mix them, even though it's technically a duo. So I'll mix them up for you guys. I'll tap a little bit off. I don't know, it's just like way too mattifying. There's just like where's the shine? Where is the shine? It's too natural for me for what I was expecting. Like I was expecting this to be so beautiful and shiny. So unfortunately, it's not working. It's gotta go. Packaging is so cute, but it doesn't work for me. Next, let's do this NARS one. I think this is my only NARS highlighter. This is the shade Fort de France. This was a purchase inspired by Mariah Leonard here on YouTube. And it's been a while. Oh my God, there's highlighter all over me. Oh my God. But let's see what this looks like. I don't know. I'm not sure that's doing it for me. I know I didn't spray my face. I'm trying to like really buff it in. I don't know. Honestly, guys, like it looks great on my hand here, but it's not really doing it. I really haven't used it in forever. I think this one's gonna go. Wow. Yeah, I think it's gonna go. It's just time. I mean, look at that. It just doesn't, it didn't do it. It didn't perform. It was its moment to shine. It didn't do it. It's gotta go. Bye. Wow, I wasn't expecting to do that, but that's kind of part of the point of this, like trying them on. Does it look good? No, it didn't do it. Are we ready for loose highlighters? I don't think so, but let's go for it. I have two different loose highlighters from Wet n Wild. This one is the shade Written in the Stars. I believe these colors have been like become permanent in their line. They're just not in the limited edition like collection packaging. Anyways, Written in the Stars is a lot more pink, more cool toned, and I'm just gonna try to do the tiniest bit. These, I know they're intense. They're very intense, but let's see. I mean, I'm doing all these two without like any type of liquid, which is what I see there. I did too much and you can see it. This one's very like icy. I'm not sure. And I think like right now, I'm probably gonna keep the other one because it's a little bit more warm and get rid of the icy one because I don't use them very much, but I do like how high shine they can be. I moved this down just a little bit because honestly, I'm starting to slouch in my chair. So I think I'm gonna get rid of this one, but let's try the other one on just to make sure. The other one I have is called Moon Tears. This was one of the ones in my chopping block video, but I think like as an inner corner highlight, it's so pretty. I don't know. I don't want to like just not have the power of this in my collection. I just feel like this color suits me too so much more, where like I can wear it and be really intense about it, or it can be a little bit more natural because I feel like the color suits my skin tone better and isn't so stark. So it's like the icy one, and then that's the more the golden. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Keeping Moon Tears, and I'm gonna pass on Written in the Stars. Next, let's do the two highlighters I have from Persona. I know I wanna keep Laguna. This one is honestly one that's kind of unexpected that I'd wanna keep because look how golden and kind of white that looks. But there's something about the way this translates as you actually put it on the cheeks that is so pretty, and it's not too golden. It's really, really stunning. I actually really enjoy using this one, so I'm keeping Laguna for sure. But you see what happened is that because I liked Laguna, but I kind of wanted something a little bit less golden, a little bit more neutrally, I was like, maybe Zuma will work for me. And I was trying to look online, and Zuma, like if it stayed like that, maybe, but it's more like that. So it's just a little too deep. I'll put it on just to see, but this is just it's too dark. It doesn't work for me, unfortunately. It's gonna look so good. I'm gonna pass this on to a friend. It's gonna look amazing on her. So yeah, just too dark on me, but that's part of it. Sometimes when I'm buying online, I just don't know. And yeah, man, this is an exfoliation for my face, seriously. Ooh, I can't wait to be done. I can't wait. Next, I have two that I know I'm gonna keep, but let me just show you them. These are some of my absolute favorites in my collection. First, this is Nabla's Ozone, the skin glazing highlighter. I love, love, love this. This is just a go-to for me. I feel like it gives me that like more high shine without being heavy. It's more of that like gelée type formula, and it's so, so pretty. I really love this one. Definitely keeping. And I kind of mentioned this, but usually I will have like, I'll spray my face and then I'll go in with highlighter, but for the sake of this video, my God, I would use up a whole spray and it would just take 10 times longer. So I'm not doing that, but that is usually how I would apply my highlighters. The other one here is similar. I feel like it's kind of similar in formula. It's the Pixi by Petra Glowy Gossamer Duo in Subtle Sunrise. And I take both of these and mix them because this one alone is a little too deep for me. So I just kind of mix them on my brush. And these also just give that like such a pretty like glossy glow. And again, there's nothing powdery, but there's also nothing that's like sparkly. It's just so, so pretty. I love, love, love this one. Definitely keeping that. Whenever I'm just like doing my makeup, I don't have time to think, like I go for this one or I go for the Nabla probably most of the time. Or the Natasha Denona one. Those are like my top 3 right now. All right, the next 2 don't really go together, but let's do it. They're one-offs. I have this Milk Makeup Highlighter in the shade Flex. I believe this is the lightest shade, and this is like on the cusp. It's just on the cusp. But if I go light, it's so pretty. I do like it. It's so, so pretty. Especially to like just slightly more tan. It's a pretty one. I'm gonna keep that. The other one I have here is newer. This is Laura Mercier's Matte Radiance Baked Powder. You know the one. This is like a classic, cult classic product. It's more of like a subtle one. It's like very powdery. I have a feeling I definitely wanna like try this a little bit more. I've only tried it really once. It definitely is a subtler shine, but I mean, it gets there. It's just more, I think matte radiance is a really great term for it. It's shiny in the sense that it does give you shine, but there's something about it that's mattifying. It's like a powder. I don't know, it's so weird. But I wanna try this, especially to like spraying my face and then using it and just kind of seeing the different ways since it's newer to my collection. So that I'm gonna keep around and keep testing. Definitely different shines, I think. Like this one's more glossy. This one's more like kind of lit from within. I don't know. All right, next let's do the 2 Too Faced ones I have. I have this one that's the diamond powder. This is the shade Fancy Pink, and it's more of like this peachy. It's really, I like this one. Let's see what it looks like. It's been a while. I really dug in there. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna keep that one. It's not shiny enough, honestly. I want it gleamier, you know? So I'm gonna get rid of that one. I thought I would keep that, but I don't think it performs. The other highlighter I have, I was pining after this for a long time. I thought it was so cute because it's in the little, you know, Glover packaging. This is the Glover highlighter, and that's what it looks like. This one, oh, I don't know. I'm so torn. I don't know. It actually looks kind of good. Like, I don't know. I think I'm gonna get rid of it. I don't know. I want things that I reach for. Like, I honestly want to be in love with all of them as much as I am with like my Pixi one and the Nabla one and whatnot. So I think I'm gonna get rid of that too. I know it's just sitting here. It's just sitting here, you guys. All right, no more Too Faced highlighters. They're gone. Let's keep going with these big guys. So I have this one from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Hollywood Superstar Glow Highlighter. That's all it says. And I spent like $55 on this. Why? I don't like this. I'm probably getting rid of this too. I just don't like the shine that this gives. I don't like it. It's just powdery. Like, it's just a little bit kind of too deep. Like, it's just not good. For the price, what the? No. Okay, Pixi kills it. My Nabla highlighter, I mean, it's usually like 24. I got it half off though, so this was 12. No. I'm getting rid of that. As much as I like a bougie thing, I want it to work. Like, I want to like the bougie thing. That's the best, right? Like, if I'm going to spend the money, I'm going to have the name and I'm going to have the packaging. Like, I want to put that shit on my face. I don't want to keep it around just to like stare at me. No. Okay, this is from Lorac. This came out like, I don't know if it was holiday 2019 or what. It's the Face and Body Diamond Dust. It came out with like the Rachel Zoe collection. This is intense, y'all. It really is. It's glittery, and I kept it around because it's like so different. And I think it'd be so pretty as like a topper shade for my eyeshadow, which maybe it still would be. Oh yeah, it's glittery. It is so glittery. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to get rid of that. I don't know. Let me swatch it. I have like a highlighter that is in the Diamond Blush palette from Natasha Denona that's kind of similar. So I think this is gonna go. It's gotta go. I'm literally so excited to be like making room in this drawer and just kind of getting out some of the bulk because, you know, again, I don't care about the number of highlighters I have. I will continue to buy highlighters. I love highlighters. I love trying new ones, but I don't want things around that just aren't gonna work. and that's not working for me. All right, we're like, we're over halfway there. We're like, of the powders, so we're definitely halfway there when it comes to like the highlighters in general. I'm so appreciative. Let's do the palette. I've been like teasing this whole time because I've been using it as a mirror. This is the Sigma Glow Kissed highlighter palette. It's new, I believe. They sent me this, and this is what it looks like inside. Lots of different colors. These aren't all gonna work for me, so I'm only gonna swatch the 2 I've decided, because I don't think anything else is necessarily gonna work for me. These seem very highly metallic in a way that I think is really gonna work, and I'm excited. I think this one is going to be a good one for me. I wish they were separate, like singles. I think that would be great, but I'm gonna take the shade Flare, which is the first one, and this is like the first time I'm using them, so yeah, I think that's pretty. It's definitely like more high shine. I like that one so far. Let's try the other shade. The other color is called Aurora, and it's more pink toned. Yeah, I think that's nice. I'm gonna keep trying these, but I think this has some promise and potential. I think it's hard with highlighter palettes because, you know, they're not gonna work for everyone, and so I wish they were just singles. That's what I gotta say. But I'll keep you guys updated on my thoughts on this as I use it more. Keeping for now. All right, next let's do some highlighter palettes. First, I have the Hourglass. This is that strobe one, you know, that came out for holiday and then they re-released it. It is beautiful, and I tend to just go, and I just put my highlighter brush in everything, and then that's what I put on my cheeks, so yeah. I feel like it's not looking amazing right now, but I know it does, so I'm gonna keep it. I'm also like, man, it's so weird. Like, my cheeks feel so strange after doing this for so long. It's been rough over here, okay? The other highlighter palette, this one from Ofra, I kind of do the same thing. So this has in it, it's an older one, but it has, I think it's like Blissful, Pillow Talk, and Rodeo Drive. I'm gonna keep this. Like, I work with Ofra a lot, so they send me a lot of stuff, and I'm sure I could get the new packaging, but I don't mind having the old packaging, and I love the highlighters from Ofra, so I'm going to be keeping this, and I love just putting them all together because on their own, like, Blissful and Rodeo Drive can maybe be a little too deep, but then I mix it with the shade, what is that, Pillow Talk, which is a little too pink, but all together, it works. I like that. I think that's so pretty. They have like great highlighters, you guys. So I'm still keeping that for now, and I also love this older packaging. I can like pop these out if I wanted to, so definitely keeping that. My cheeks are so red, you guys. Who needs blush? Not me anymore. Well, let's let that get us into our next highlighters from Ofra. So let's talk about the Start Inspired. This is from Samantha March, and this is a mix. I think it's a mix of Pillow Talk and Star Island, maybe? I think that's it. I'm definitely gonna be keeping this. This is definitely one of those ones that's gonna give me like high shine because it is a little bit lighter, but it's so pretty. I also really love the highlighter that is in the new palette from Samantha that she did with Ofra. That highlighter is so, so beautiful. But anyway, keeping that. Other Ofra highlighter that I'm just obsessed with and I love so much is the Milk and Cookies one. Seriously, so, 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 so good. It's a split pan. I think the colors are beautiful. They'd work for a ton of different people. I really like them. So this one I'm definitely keeping. This is another one of my go-tos right now. Like, since I got it, it's been in my top 5. So, so pretty. Just easy. It's that perfect mix of what I want, of like not too light, but not too dark, you know, I can actually use it as a highlighter. So definitely keeping that. I have a code with Ofra too, if you guys want to check it out. It's not monetarily affiliated, but just saying, if you guys wanted it, I'll leave it down below. All right, next, the last ones I have from Ofra, I have some duochrome. So I believe this is their most recent highlighter. It's the Mother Earth one. So it's like pink and green. It's really quite pretty and different. You can see it green there, but for me, it looks more pink. So let's try that out. I don't think I've actually worn this on the cheeks yet. Oh, wow. It's definitely green and pink. I don't know, you guys. I don't know if it's me. I think it's so pretty of like a highlighter. I'm just like, am I gonna wear this? Probably not. I don't think I'm gonna wear it. I think if you love like a duochrome highlighter, you might really love this, but I don't think. I used it as an inner corner and it looked pretty there, but I think I might pass that one on while it's still fresh. Now for the other ones, I have this palette. This is the Party Like It's Y2K, and it has Pillow Talk in it, which I already have. It has Star Island, which I already have, and then it does have Space Baby in the middle. So I'm gonna just do Space Baby since we already know what the other two look like. Okay guys, just give me a break. Give me a break here, okay? Let's see. Oh wow. That's pretty. See, I know that this is like a heavy swatch, my God. I think this one's gonna be on the chopping block because I really don't need the other two highlighters. I mean, I have them in the Samantha March one, but I do like Space Baby, so I might keep that around. I want to swatch the other highlighters from Kaleidos because I have like the full range of those, and I know they have some duochrome, so... But I think that can be pretty, like a very clean look, and then using this as a highlighter, inner corner, brow bone, really like playing it up, I think can be pretty. Let me just say this stick foundation is coming through for me because it covers up the redness so nice while still like being my skin. It's fast. My gosh, that was such a good call on my part. I don't know how we made it this far in the highlighter video and we haven't done Becca, so let's go there. Becca is known for their highlighters. I don't know. They're like slowly dying. We're just counting down the days till they expire, I guess. But let's start with one of my favorites. This is Berlin Girl Glow. It was a collab highlighter. This one is so pretty. I don't know if you can see, but I have a pretty big dent going in. Like, I really like this highlighter, so I know I'm gonna be keeping it, but let's just put it on. These are so pretty for when you want something more subtle. I love these highlighters. We'll see what I can get rid of, but definitely not getting rid of this one. I really like it. Next, this is the one Rose Quartz. It is like a more limited edition print or embossing with the petals, but let's see this one. I picked this up because it was on sale. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep it because I'm not like super into the rosies, you know, like the lighter pink shades. And I really don't want to just keep things around to do it, so I think I'm gonna get rid of this one. I think I'm gonna let that one go. I just know realistically I'm probably not gonna wear it, and then knowing like I want to keep my faves, but with Becca going out of business, I feel like there's less of a reason for me to keep things I'm on the fence about. All right, next, this is another one of my favorites. I need to repress it again. This is the Year of the Pig highlighter. I love it so much, but it is like a hot mess right now. It's getting everywhere. Oh my gosh. Not that there wasn't a highlighter all over everything already, but you know. This is one I loved. I don't know, these are looking a little more matte than I remember, but honestly, this is something where it's like, my face is like raw. Like, can I feel this? Not really. So for some of these, I'm going by memory. And then other ones, it's like, you better blow me away because mama's tired over here, okay? I love this though. I really do. I'm definitely keeping that. Oh my God, I can see the line of foundation. From reblending it and reblending it and reblending it. This needs to get repressed though. Makeup Chore. Next I have Moonstone. This is an old one, and this has that gross gummy packaging I just talked about, so that's not fun. But this is a really great one. This is for just like every day. It's a little bit more warm. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. I do like it, so that's gonna stay. Okay, next for Becca. This is Pearl, and this is a very stark white, but it also doesn't have too much of a base, so let's see. Let's see what this does. Well, it showed up a lot of the base, I feel like, but really normally it wouldn't. I think I went a little heavy. I think I want to keep Pearl also, only because I just don't have anything quite like this. Like, I even got rid of the closest thing I did have to this, which was the Lorac one. But if you could see, I think that I'm going to keep this. I'm gonna keep it. All right, I have two of the small ones. One is Vanilla Quartz, which, I mean, I just know I don't want these. I know I don't want both, so I'm not gonna swatch both. Are you guys gonna be mad if I don't? Will I be mad at myself if I don't? Yeah, probably. Fine, I'll do it. So one's like a golden and one's like a rosy gold. So I'll show you it. This is Lilac Geode, the more pinky one with like a golden reflect. It's not that it's bad. It's definitely if you like a duochrome, but you want something more sophisticated or whatever. It might be pretty for you, but I just don't. I'm done. I'm getting rid of it. We haven't gotten rid of something in a while, so that's good. Last Becca highlighter. Okay, Vanilla Quartz. Let's see what it actually looks like on. It's gonna look golden, but you know, let's see it. That one's actually not bad. It's kind of pretty. I think I'm still gonna get rid of it because I don't need it, and I feel like potentially Laguna can work, but it's actually kind of pretty. But it's going. I have a bunch of these little highlighters that I keep getting as samples from Ipsy and whatnot, so I want to do some of those. Let's do this Wander Beauty one first. This is the After Hours highlighter. It's really pretty. It's kind of rosy though, so I wonder how like the flash is gonna be. I mean, I think it's pretty, but I'm not obsessed. I think I'm gonna get rid of that one, only because it's like a stronger golden, rose goldy, you know, undertone, and I don't necessarily need that. or love that. I love something more neutral, so I'm gonna pass that on. I love trying the little samples though, because I love that they're smaller, and if I do like them, it doesn't feel like a ton of product to go through. If you're still here in this video, y'all, I appreciate you. My skin appreciates that you're here. Let's test these other two mini ones. So I have this Saint Luxe. It's a rose quartz highlighter. We'll see. This is what it looks like. It was like a thick boy. Like the powder itself is like thick, you know? So I'm not really sure this is my style, but let's see. Oh yeah, it's very gold, like unexpectedly yellow gold. No. Then I have this one. This is the Frostbite Wet Glow highlighter from Sophia and Mabel. I think this might actually be more like a cream. Yeah, it's kind of like the ColourPop one, so I'm gonna tap it on. Ooh, this one's actually pretty. This one's actually looking good. What do you guys think? I kind of like that one. Like, it looks soft. It's not too yellow. Oh my gosh, I'm actually gonna keep that one. I wasn't expecting that. Surprising myself every day. I have 3 different highlighters from Odin's Eye. These are the Norns ones. They're like newer. They're really cool. They're all unique because they're like individually pressed to get this kind of unique design on the pan. So the first one I'm gonna do is the Mesmerizer one. Oh yeah, these are a lot more glittery. I'm not sure if these are my style. They're just very glittery, and I could use them as toppers, but they have just such beautiful eyeshadows as toppers. So I think I'm gonna pass that one on. I think that it's like, as much as I love highlighters, I do tend to like the same thing in my highlighters. This next one is called, oh shoot. That one wasn't, they're all mesmerizers. This one is Web of Destiny. This one is called Veil of Future. This one's like more golden, so let's see. It's okay. I don't know. I'm just not feeling them. So those I'm going to get rid of actually. I think using a denser brush first off would be better. So I'm probably not using the correct brush to even get the right look. But just knowing how glittery they are, they're just not something I know I'm going to reach for. So I'd way rather pass them on, let someone else use them, and love them. The last one I have here is blue. I already know I'm not going to keep this one, probably just based off the other two and everything, but I feel like if I don't swatch the blue highlighter, everyone will be like, that's the one I wanted to see. So we'll swatch it anyway. I don't know if you can see that. It's not picking up a ton, but my cheekbones look like a little icy. You can see some of it. It's really not my style anymore if I'm gonna do it. I don't know. This isn't working. I'm gonna get rid of it. Okay, last before we get into the Kaleidos highlighters, and then we will be done. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's almost here, you guys. I have a palette here from Sleek. This is something I picked up based off nostalgia, and honestly, I probably shouldn't have. Like, okay, anyway. I've already cleaned off the blue highlighter. I'm just gonna swatch the powders because I don't even like the creams. I don't think I'm gonna keep this, but that's why we're here. We're here to swatch it and see. So let's see. I'm gonna do this like pinker powder first. I mean, these are like the shit before. I don't know. That's actually really pretty. What do you guys think? It's like light. I like that. Oh my gosh, am I gonna keep these? Because I remember not liking when I tried them, but maybe I was just in a bad headspace. Maybe it was a bad day. I don't know. I'm gonna do that more like bronzy one on the other side. This one might be too deep. Yeah, that one's a little deep, like it's a little too sun-kissed, you know? But it's kind of pretty. I don't know, actually, I kind of like it, even with it like over bronzer and if I have a lot of blush on and stuff. I think I'm gonna keep that. I wasn't expecting that, but I think the glow that it is actually something I want. It's more of like this beige type thing, and there's not as much like base to it or something. I don't know. I think it's working. Keeping. Okay guys, we're on to Kaleidos. I have quite a few Kaleidos highlighters. So I've been getting PR from them since they first dropped them. And then since then they've reformulated a lot and they send out new collections. So I have like these are ones I have that I've had, but then I also have like the tin that has like all the highlighters in here. Ooh, except for one. What am I missing? I gotta find that. I gotta figure out which one that is. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is that I'm going to keep all of the new highlighters, and I'm gonna keep any of the things that have been discontinued, which I know Laser Glazer has, the green one, so I want to definitely keep that. And then I know one of them was like reformulated to be different. I think it's Mars Melter. So for a while I was like keeping these around because I was like, what's the difference? But I don't think you can get the old ones anyway, so I don't feel like there's a reason for me to swatch them. Like, there's no reason if you were gonna go buy them and haven't yet that you would be getting the old ones. But also, I never thought that there was that big of a difference between like the reformulation of Ray Rider and whatnot anyway. So yeah, that's how I feel. Okay, so I've done it. I have gone through, sifted through all the highlighters, and I'm gonna run off a list and then we'll get to trying them on. I have Skywalker, which is one of those like glittery duochrome ones. Moon Cruiser, which is also a glittery duochrome, which I'll put both of those on my cheeks together so you can see the difference. I'm keeping both of the Mars Melter because the new one looks like this. It's really pretty and peachy, but the old one was more of like a white-based iridescent type shade, so I'll put both of those on my cheeks at the same time so you can see the difference. I don't think you can get the old formula anymore, but I'm keeping it since it's different. Prophecy is like that multi-chrome glittery one. I'll put that one next to Diamond Dasher, which is another more neutral shade, but it has that more like textured formula. Two of the more neutral ones, I have Ray Rider here, and this one's Star Surfer. One's like more like orangey / warm, and one is more pink. Then there's Comet Catcher and Solar Sailor. These are both like iridescent duochrome ones. And then last, the discontinued one is Laser Glazer, which is like a green that flashes kind of red. So let's get started. This is it, guys. I'm using different brushes because I want to just get through it. I want to get through it. Okay, I'm gonna start with the neutral ones first because they don't have any glitter. They'll be easier to clean up. So let's put Star Surfer over here. And I'm not gonna be getting rid of any of these, so this is just like a show and tell, really. So that is Star Surfer. Next, I'm using actually the Kaleidos brush, and I'm gonna put Ray Rider on the other side. Ray Rider, I think, is my favorite. Yeah, I love Ray Rider. It's such a pretty, like, neutral one. Definitely keeping both of those, but between the two, definitely Ray Rider is my fave. It's like my favorite one out of all of them. Next, let's do Mars Melter since they're different. So this is the new Mars Melter, which is more of that peachy color. And this one's kind of textured, has like more of those particles in it. And then it has like a red flash to them. So that's it there. Really pretty, definitely more of like a blush topper for me, or even like an eye topper. I've used it like, you know, on my eyes and stuff. So that's the new formulation. Before that, Mars Melter was more of an iridescent shade. It had a similar color, like red flash, but it didn't have like the chunks. I don't know. I think I can see this, to me, is more of like a newer formula. I think people would like this more because it's something a little bit different. To me, it reminds me more of like the Fenty highlighters, and this is more of like the Anastasia Moonchild highlighters. You know what I mean? So, yeah, but if you don't like texture, you probably would like this one better. But you can't get it, doesn't matter. Anyway, obviously keeping both of those, I'm keeping all of them. I feel like we're starting to see some of that redness poke through, even with the foundation, y'all. It's getting dire at the end here. Next, let's do the duochrome one. So this is Prophecy. This is such a unique highlighter, honestly. This has like a green, orange, kind of red duochrome. It's very sparkly. Well, it's not a duochrome, it's a multi-chrome. So let's see. Wow. This one, you guys, let's see if I can show you. Someone told me this works. Okay, look. Does it look green? Can you see it green? I don't know if that's working. But anyway, it's like a peachy orange, but it's also green, but it is like vibrant. Like with the Ophir one, it's not. That one's more subtle. This is like in your face, boom, bam. So, I mean, I'm keeping that for sure, but definitely interesting if you like those more out there highlighters. On the other side, let's do Diamond Dasher. This one's more neutral, but it does have more of that like textured look, and I think it flashes like pink. Yeah, but it's like light. It's pretty light. So it's like definitely more subtle take on a duochrome and like a glittery highlighter. You could wear this every day and you're not gonna get like stares. I mean, I think everything can be every day as long as you just wear it. Wear it with confidence. People will stop you and love it. So that's that one. That one's pretty. Next, let's do Skywalker and Moon Cruiser. These are both like more like iridescent blue purpley type shifts. So I'm gonna put Moon Cruiser first. Let's put that over here. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is kind of like that Ophir one. But this one's so pretty. I'm gonna get rid of that one. I think I would go for this one over it. Oh my gosh, that's like really pretty. I like really like that. So that one's Moon Cruiser. Then this one's Sky Walker. I'm going quite heavy so we can see if there's a difference. Like this one's more blue. This one has a bit more purple. Yeah, this one's like an icy blue. This one's like a purple with like a pinker shift. Very similar, but they're technically different. Like they're different, but you know. Next, let's do Comet Catcher. This one is more of like a pink iridescent duochrome, but it's not textured. So it doesn't have any of those like shimmery particles in it. It's just gonna give you that iridescent look. You can see it. It's just like when it's not showing, you don't see it, then it flashes. Very smooth. I don't know if my cheek is just looking smooth because I've like wiped it 1,000 times, but it's looking, I don't know, I kind of like it. I kind of want to try some more of the colored highlighters. I was so into that when they were first out, but I've kind of like, you know, strayed away, and I'm thinking I need to bust them back out. On the other side, let's do Solar Sailor. I'm saying let's because it makes me feel like I'm not just alone doing this. Oh wow, this is so golden. Golden. I'm like losing my mind over here. Look at that. Woo! I'm like the opposite of the Tin Man. I'm the golden bar, you know? Very golden yellow. I've had the ring, the lip ring. That's because I've been talking way too much. The lip gloss that was on my lips is now gone, evaporated into thin air. But we're leaving this one off with the last highlighter, guys. It's the last Melon. We are on Laser Glazer. We're gonna do both sides of the cheeks. Really going all out. This one's sad to me that they discontinued. I guess this is kind of like the Mother Earth one too, but this one's more intense. Like it's more textured. So let's put this on. Ooh, how fun. That is like so fun. I don't know why they got rid of this one. I don't know the reasons, but I really feel like this is one of the ones that like encompasses their brand like the most. So it's so strange to me. I know it's not super wearable, but it's so cool. Oh my gosh, we did it. That was a journey. That was a journey. My cheeks are on fire. I'm so glad it's over. Remind me to never do this again. Ever. Okay? I hope you enjoyed the video though. I do hope that happened. I hope it wasn't boring. I hope you found it fun. Let me go through. I'm going to count up what I have in my drawers. Like what did I actually get rid of? How much did I get rid of? I mean, that's why we were doing this. It was a declutter. I'm keeping 44 highlighters. So I definitely cut that down. I'm getting rid of 34. So yeah, I'm not sure if those numbers match up to the beginning because I had all those Kaleidos ones and whatnot, but I almost cut my collection in half, which kind of, I think that's good. It makes me excited to use what I have. I'm excited to try a few more things. You know, I'm never gonna stop trying highlighter. I love it so much. All right, so this is what I have now. That's it over here. And then when it comes to my highlighters, that's what I have. I'm gonna end it here because I'm literally probably gonna like put ice on my cheeks. Like they're literally on fire. I'll probably be reaping the consequences of this video for a while, but I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. I hope you enjoyed seeing the swatches. I hope the footage turned out even at all. And that also concludes my declutter series. So if you haven't seen those, I'll leave them linked so you can check out those ones. But we did it. I decluttered my whole collection. I feel great. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I'm leaving. Goodbye. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.